I hated Hereditary. One day, when I and my friends were discussing movies, one friend suggested us to watch Hereditary. He was glazing at the movie like it's the finest thing created by humankind. He even went so far as to say, it is the best horror created by Hollywood. That was the moment when I couldn't resist myself anymore. As I myself am a horror nerd, I interrupted his words and asked him, exactly how many horrors have you exactly watched? He answered me with a confident smile and said, too many, you can't believe how many horrors I have watched. I have watched The Conjuring 2 and 3. Really, you have only watched 3 movies. So what? When I went home, I decided to watch the full movie before bed. It was not the first time that somebody suggested Hereditary to me before. My cousin also once suggested watching Hereditary, and told me how it will scare the shit out of me. But before watching the movie, I decided to read the reviews, and when I read the reviews, I thought my friend was right. It must be the best Hollywood movie. People were praising the movie on Reddit and YouTube. Even Penguin07 made a video about this movie. People were referring to this movie as the world's scariest movie. And now spoiler alerts. So the movie is about a family of 4 living near the jungle. The family is rich, and it's not that movie where a new family comes to settle in a new home and a ghost starts to haunt them. So the family has been living here for a long time. The family consists of a father, mother, brother and 1 chupacabra. Like really, what the hell is that? So the movie is not like any old classic movie you watched. It has a new concept. That's true. So the movie starts by showing the little sister who is sleeping outside in a treehouse. Maybe the family likes to keep her outside, and the family is preparing for the funeral of the grandmother that just passed away with a natural death. At the funeral we got to know that the little sister loves to draw. So she drew the dead body of her grandma. After the funeral we got to know that mother likes to sculpt mini architectures, big bro likes to smoke, and little sister loves to collect heads of dead animals. And dad is unemployed. Mom is also on a guilt trip because of the death of her mother, so she is also in a support group, where she begs for attention, and when asked logical questions, she crashes out. And she also gets haunted by the ghost of her mother. One day when Big Bro was invited to a party by his friends, she also forced her daughter to go with Big Bro for no reason.
Why? Because it'll be fun, because you get to hang out with other kids.
Yeah, she might be mentally unstable. At the party, while everyone is enjoying themselves, little sister starts to suffocate, and calls her big brother to help her. His brother tries to take her to hospital in the car. Suddenly she thinks it must be a good idea to poke her head out of the window and can suffocate more. But as she pokes her head out of the window, because of Big Bro's reckless driving, she gets hit by a pillar and loses her head. And Big Bro is like, nah, let him rest there, it's not my fault. He didn't even pick the head of her sister. The next day her head is revealed. Well, she looks kind of less gross compared to before. Well, somehow her mother doesn't blame herself now. After the incident, the fuck is wrong with her? After this incident, the movie gets completely boring and only consists of loud, unsettling music. Which is completely annoying, and the story feels like some 8-year-old has written this, and the movie completely gets annoying and hard to watch. It's hard to watch her mother. She did some really good acting, but her character was written to be so annoying to watch. And I have decoded the whole movie is not trying to scare you. It's trying hard to give you these unsettling vibes that are trying to show you how scary the movie is but fails miserably. And the movie hides these tiny details that want you to believe how smart the movie is but are nothing compared to other big horror movies. See, I love the work of A24 movies. They always try to bring a new concept with a new plot. But this movie is too boring and based on an old concept. And I don't know why everyone keeps glazing this movie particularly. So here's every negative part of the Hereditary. The first point is storytelling. The worst thing about recent movies is that they are trying to create their own cult classic fanbase. The movie is hiding too many tiny details so that people can discover those later and can praise the movie more in the future too. And I also believe that creators are also somehow funding the fan pages for keeping the movie relevant. But the movie itself is irrelevant. Like when the mother was trying to connect with the little sister, why did the devil try to scare the shit out of the big bro? If the ritual was completed, why did he have to scare it? It doesn't make any sense. The movie forcefully tries to keep all the secrets hidden. I believe if a horror movie can't scare you, it's not a horror, it's a bucket. Hereditary is basically not a family haunted by a ghost. It's basically a family haunted by a demon. If any of you have watched When Evil Lurks, it is one of the best movies where the demon is trying to be reborn on Earth. The movie perfectly uses its dark atmosphere and its suspense. Hereditary tries to build up suspense around the demon but fails miserably. Till the end you don't even know who you have to scare of, and when the main antagonist is revealed, you already realize the movie is ass. The movie can do better by revealing the villain early, and the main family tries to stop the demon by overtaking the demon, and why the movie tries to be so hidden and secret. It annoys me in so many ways. If the villain was revealed early, the story could have been better and would have had a better plot. But Ari Aster was not trying to make a good story. He was trying to create a genius story which ended up becoming hilarious and non-scary. And what with these reviews saying it's the scariest movie they have ever watched, if you are getting scared by this kind of movie, then you just have to admit your father didn't raise a man. He raised a pussy. See, I am not a huge fan of A24 movies, but I love their work. They always try something new. But this movie will go straight to trash. And if you will tell me that the movie was not trying to scare you but was trying to disturb you, then you may be right, because the movie did disturb me, but in a cringe way. And the music in the movie is worse. It tries to unsettle you and feels like it's going to reveal something but does nothing. Someone tell the director if a movie has a dark vintage atmosphere, it doesn't mean it's scary. At the end, I would like to suggest to you some actually good movies. The Evil Dead franchise, the Insidious franchise and the It trilogy.